Yeah, that feels really good.
I know, right? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what that is, but I want more of it.
Welcome back, Apple Nuts. So I'm going to let my buddy Gabriel test out the 4C, and he's going to give us his thoughts.
All right.
Here's the key.
The brake pedal feels like this.
Yeah. So
strange.
if you look down there, like they're hinged from the floor. So it's hinged like, you know, like a race car or something.
The accelerator feels normal, but the brake it's so weird.
Yeah, it is a little strange, a little something to get used to.
Yeah. Other than that, feels pretty normal.
It looks like you slid the seat forward like 3 inches or something.
Or more, like a foot.
Yeah. There's like so much more room in the driver's side than is in the passenger side. Like, look how cramped I am over here. Like my knees are hitting the dash.
I'm 5'8", and I felt a bit cramped.
Yeah.
In the passenger. So just turn it.
Go ahead and like turn it and hold it. Is your foot on the brake?
It is.
Oh.
Or it wasn't. Maybe I had to do it even deeper.
Yeah, you have to push on the brake like really hard for it to like actually go ahead and like start.
Cool.
So I don't know. That is kind of a quirk of this car. So.
Do we have a camera?
There is no camera. There's only the parking sensors.
Okay.
Which is kind of a funny thing.
Oh my god, this is so heavy.
Yeah, so get the car moving and then you can turn the wheel.
Okay. Sounds very fun for parallel parking.
I don't think I've ever tried to parallel park. So.
Yeah. Oh wow. The steering weight, it's insane.
Yeah, so it's a completely manual rack. There's like no assistance whatsoever.
We're in natural mode.
Yes, we're in natural mode.
So
you want dynamic?
Yeah, for sure.
So you like push and hold for just a second, and then you get dynamic. It says it up there on the dash. Yeah, with dynamic, increases throttle response, increases the boost just a little bit. It holds gear longer to stay in like a better power range, you know. And it also shifts a little faster. It reduces the traction control just a little bit too, though. So, this is your very first time driving a mid-engine car?
Correct.
Right? Okay. When we're in a corner, don't hit the brakes at all. Like never hit the brakes. And also keep the throttle consistent.
Okay.
Don't like lift off, right? Yep. If it starts to slide, before you do anything with the pedals, input your steering correction first, and then you can back off just a little bit on the throttle, but don't ever do like a quick lift. Because like when people do that quick lift, you know, that guy in that C8, he was talking about people wrecking. If you do like a quick lift off in like a mid-engine car,
oversteer,
it's just gonna spin.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more direct, the steering.
Yeah.
It's very sensitive. But you're like on it. You're like, you have to hold it. So the power delivery, once it's being delivered, it's very smooth. I'm just gonna do half throttle. It's very, very smooth. In terms of comfort, you know, the Austin roads are pretty smooth. So like I'm fine with it. It feels very stable. Brakes are great.
Yeah, the brakes are fantastic. And these are still like the OEM pads and everything.
Yeah, they just feel really confidence-inspiring, the brakes.
Yeah, the first time I took this thing on a track, I was actually really impressed with the braking ability of it. Like more so than anything else. I was like, holy crap, this thing can brake really good.
The weight will also help a lot with that.
Yeah.
The weight.
And you know, it's like a slightly rear weight balance. So like whenever you go in hard, like braking, the car is actually like more balanced, like under braking. You know?
So I just floored it there, and we were at speed. And I can understand why someone would want to tune it. downshifted 2 gears and I couldn't feel it
Right. Yeah.
at all.
It went from like 6th to 4th. Yeah.
Yep. So at speed, it feels a lot more tramliney. It feels a bit disconcerting.
That's what everybody complains about, but it's a trade-off because like, if you try to tune that out, in the
It's gonna be.
suspension-
I mean, it's gonna be less exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, it's like learning a rear-wheel drive car. You know, once you learn that it feels unsafe at first, but then you get used to it and learn that it's actually fine, then that sense of fear is gonna probably go away,
Right.
and then you're just left with the interactivity.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that at first it can be just disconcerting, and I'm sure you just get used to it.
I think people like try to overcorrect also. Like they hit like a bump or something, and it kind of throws the car a little bit.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh shit.
And this
like,
is very sensitive. It's delicate.
But if you just like you're just going in a straight line, if you just keep going in a straight line, like
Yeah.
you'll be fine. You don't have to like worry about like, oh no.
But yeah, I can see why someone would want to tune this. It obviously feels pretty fast, but
Yeah.
I can see why someone would want to tune it.
I would definitely say like above 100, it starts to feel a lot less fast.
You're right.
I mean, it's still a fast car, but like the going from like 0 to 100,
That feels really
it feels
rapid.
like a fucking rocket ship.
Right.
But then like after 100, you're all like.
Then it's all about the engine's displacement, you know.
Yeah.
1.7 and
Yeah.
and the lowish horsepower figure, you know, it's just 237,
Yep. 233 to the wheels.
233. But this is definitely fun to bring out.
Yeah.
If it was my car, I wouldn't modify it. I wouldn't tune it.
I mean, that's the way I feel. Like it's like good enough as it is.
Yep. Great visibility in front as well.
Oh yeah, the way the hood like drops off and stuff.
Yeah, I mean
like,
it's very nice, the visibility. Has Chris driven it yet?
Well, Chris used to have one.
Oh right.
Yeah, he had a red one. That discount tire totally.
Oh, what happened?
Discount tire, they lifted it incorrectly and busted the carbon fiber tub.
What?
Yeah.
Discount tire?
Yeah, and he even showed them like where to lift it.
Oh my
they gave
God,
them
no.
instructions, and they did. Well, watch out.
Yep.
And they just ignored it.
Oh my god.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it on track mode.
You gotta hold it for a really long time.
Yeah, it's not like the Spider.
There you go.
Oh
Race
wow.
mode.
That
Race
was
mode
like
connected.
That's like 5 seconds.
Yeah, and I notice you have 0 traction control now.
Okay.
So.
Oh, it's in manual. I have to switch it back to automatic or
in race mode you have to be in manual.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go for our first sweeper. Oh yeah, that's 90 miles. That feels super stable and
Yeah.
like no issues at all. And we're gonna stick in manual.
You want to stay in manual?
Yeah.
Okay, bear downshift. Blip, blip. Blip it again. Blip it again.
That required some effort
Yeah.
to turn.
I would say be a little careful, like doing like the sharp turns like that, because you'll start to get the back end sliding out.
Really?
Yeah.
So what, like smoother or what?
Smoother, yeah. Like
Okay.
going smoother.
It's so heavy.
The steering?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's not gonna turn unless I manhandle it.
Yeah, you do kind of have to manhandle a little bit. Build your muscles.
Yeah, for sure. The most dramatic or the most different aspect of the car is the steering, 100%.
In a good way or bad way?
I'll let you know after Lost Creek. Oh my god. Just turning there, it's hard, man. You must have really strong arms by now.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't bother me, but
Oh wow, the change in direction though.
yeah, right.
You better hold yourself down now. With that water bottle kicking around.
I know. Yeah, like if there's anything behind the seat, it like slides around all crazy.
Oh, so heavy.
around the turn.
Yeah, that feels really good.
I know, right? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what that is, but I want more of it.
And like you got to be careful with that too, because like
it's trying to communicate that it's still gonna slide or something, right?
Yeah, because like I think that's where people mess up with mid-engine cars. That's because it feels so good.
Yeah, when you're playing with the balance.
Yeah, you just keep on pushing it until like all of a sudden like your rear wheels break traction, and then
you're like, oh shit,
and you're fucked.
That's very interesting.
But it does like that's totally the mid-engine handling dynamic. Like it just feels like so good, and there's like no way to describe it other than just doing it.
Yeah, if I were to describe it, I would say it's all about, you know, the interacting with the balance of the car, like a dance, you could say. But since I'm so accustomed to a lighter steering weight, this doesn't feel natural to me, even though it's probably mechanically a lot more natural.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think the 124s have like a crazy light steering feel, like compared to this.
You remember my sport mode?
Yeah. So like yours is heavier than mine. My 124, obviously.
Yeah. But it's still. Yeah. So if you were to design your perfect sports car, in terms of steering weight, do you think my sport mode steering weight is still a bit too light?
Yeah. That is still a bit too light.
I mean, I guess with your big muscles after owning this car, for sure. I was turning on the... Oh my god! Jesus! I was wondering how it was gonna be. I didn't imagine that. Oh dear god.
Yeah, get the car moving just a little bit.
Yeah,
it's easier to turn.
Oh yeah, you get a taste of that. You know, of what we're talking about. So you can play with the balance. And since it's not a crazy amount of horsepower, then it's accessible.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, totally.
All right, let's see what's what. Is that a bird?
There's turkeys.
Group of turkeys.
Yeah.
Turkey family.
All right. Be more consistent. You're kind of like lifting off a little too much.
Oh yeah, but you can definitely feel the potential of fun in there. I'm just, you know, bikers and turkeys and, and the woo stuff this car. Yeah, but
it takes a little bit of getting used to. Yeah.
I also had to upshift mid corner because this was at 6K, so I couldn't do much.
The good thing about the one good thing about this transmission is that if you have to shift mid corner, it's actually pretty smooth.
Yeah, I was worried.
It's not going to upset the car.
Yeah, I was worried because on my other car, on my automatic 124, it did kind of upset the car.
Oh, really?
You know, it's an automatic, and if it's a corner, it's not going to go well. So never have I felt like loss of traction or anything like that. So that means that the limits are also pretty high.
Yeah.
So it's like a good happy medium. You can play around it when you want to, but it's not going to surprise you. I don't think it would surprise. I mean,
not generally.
You know what I mean? That it's not going to surprise you. Like you have to be really on it.
Right. Yeah.
To make a mistake.
So overall impression?
It's a lot of fun. It's very dynamic.
You're in reverse. Yeah. Just hit the accelerator.
I do hate not having a backer camera.
I know.
Oh my god. I cannot imagine parallel parking this. Thanks again.
Yeah, man. Fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of nice getting a fresh perspective from a fellow enthusiast. But next time, I'm going to have a professional mechanic with a lot of years experience behind the wheel of exotic cars try this thing out. And we'll get his opinion on it. So be sure to subscribe for that, and thanks for watching.